Welcome to the Weekly Drive Report with me, Greg Eel, the Culture Change Agent. Yes, I'm pumped up. Yes, I'm excited. And yes, this is the 28th take. I kid you not. I have never did this many takes ever. Like last week I did the one take Jake Boy. I said, man, I'm back. I got this. And I'm telling you, this is the 28th take. I'm taking y'all behind the fourth wall. 28th take of me doing this. I guarantee I'm going to get this one right. I'm excited about this week. 2 hours ago, I think because 2 hours ago I was slumped here. 2 hour nap, my boy after church, my boy T Crump introduced me to the Q Shack. I had the spinach, I had the barbecue brisket, I had the hush puppies and the fries and the light ice with the lemonade. Had to be the light ice crushed. And I tell you, I was asleep forever. And I said, I woke up, was like, had the crust in the eyes. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get this thing Tuesday. But I said, yo, I remember last week I said I was gonna do it every Sunday from here on out. And I don't want to be a liar, so Greg, do it. And I got in. I've been doing it for the last hour. Now it's the 28th take. But we're going to get this thing together. And yo, this week was a roller coaster. When I say roller coaster, it was up, it was down, it was all around. I know that was corny, but I had to say it. That was 28th take. You got your creative liberties when you go 28 takes. I got to get this thing done. But today, I want to talk about, can you bounce back? This week, I finally introduced the Minority Trailblazer Conference to everybody. I've been saying it in small voices on my podcast. I've been putting it in every now and here on the Weekly Thrive Report, but I haven't been all the way out here saying, everybody, we at the Minority Trailblazer Conference in Durham, North Carolina, 2018, March 9th and 10th, get your tickets today. I never made that announcement. And the reason why is because I was fearing that once I put it out, what if the response wasn't big enough? What if I didn't get 1,000 likes? What if I didn't get 1,000 comments? Like, I'm ready, I attended too, I'm ready for the conference. And I ain't gonna lie, I was a bit justified. Like right after all these tours, I would send people emails about, hey, conference coming up, you want more ticket information here? And people were replying. I was like, what you mean? Like, y'all love the live tour. Yo, we talked about it after. We had great pictures, we had great conversation. I said, I knew once I dropped that link, boy, I had about 100 out the gate. It wasn't like that. Like, we had some people converting the offer in, but I have to realize it's a new concept for the audience. The price point's pretty high. It ain't crazy, but it's kind of high. I ain't gonna lie. Especially for Durham, North Carolina, for a conference, and it's not a tech conference. It's like a regular conference. Not a regular conference, you get what I'm saying. So, it's a new audience, but I had to say, yo, G, people can sense when you're not all in on something. And you can't expect people to be all in on something when you're not even all in on it. But that's not even the message for today. But I want to talk about bouncing back because, yo, now I got 3 months. There's something I could have put out 6 months ago. I got 3 months. So what can I do? I can fold or I can reduce the price, make it free. So what do you do? And I got the strategy. And the reason why it's important for me to tell y'all today, because some of you right now, you're behind your fitness goals. Some of you listening right now are behind your finance goals, behind your relationship goals, behind your parenting goals. There's some portion of your life that you're behind on, and there's some things that you can do, 3 things that kind of change your mindset to bounce back. Because when I guarantee on March 9th and 10th, 2018, Durham Convention Center, there's going to be 300 beautiful black, brown, Latino, and probably white faces at the Minority Trailblazer Conference. I guarantee that. And the reason why is because, first, how to bounce back. First thing you need to do is realize that, A, you do have enough time. I'm telling you, I was a part of this Facebook group for a period of 5 hours yesterday. In one day alone, they got 2,000 members into this Facebook group. You're like, okay, Greg, is that a big deal? First of all, this person was not a celebrity. Second of all, I never heard of this dude in my life, but he got 2,000 engaged entrepreneurs of color, different sense, race, etc., all in one Facebook group in a whole day. And I was like, hold up, that's crazy. Then I looked, I said, in 3 months' time, and I'll be honest with you, 3 months' time when I was waiting on debuting the website for the Minority Trailblazer Conference, there was 4 web pages that I haven't done yet. The sponsorship page, hotel, venue, and frequently asked questions. And it was on my to-do list. I never got to it. And it took me approximately 5 hours to create those pages. 3 months, and I was like, I'm not going to release the website yet because it was this. 3 months! It took me 5 hours to do it. I could have been promoting this conference. So why am I telling you right now? Whatever your goal is, unless it's something outrageous, 9 times out of 10 you have enough time. So don't say, okay, I can't get it right now. I'm just gonna do it in 2018. I'm just gonna do it in 2019. No, you have enough time. When you say you have enough time, That means you gotta cut out all the bad habits, cut out all the bad people, cut out all the bad stuff that you already have going on, the stuff that you know is not efficient. You gotta cut that out and get all in with it. Because I said, okay, oh, now I got 3 months, but I had well more than enough time to get 300 people. What is that gonna require? That's gonna require more quiet time. When I'm thinking about big ideas and big strategies and big goals, that's gonna require me to outsource stuff. That's going to require me to expand my knowledge based on how to promote conferences, how to create these partnerships, how to give other people responsibility. But if I wouldn't allow myself to realize I had enough time, I would be scared, I would push back, I would play in fear, I would make excuses, I would blame other people, and I wouldn't accept the responsibility. So the first step you do is have to tell yourself, any challenge, anything you're facing, you saying you can't bounce back, say, 1, you have enough time to bounce back. You have enough time to bounce back. The second thing I want you to do, once you realize you have enough time, you gotta break it down. Break it down. I just say, okay, G, this is not rocket science, man. I ain't heard it. Stay with me. Break it down. I'm gonna give you an example of the conference. 300 people, right? I went state by state of A, where my listeners are, and B, where I've actually attended the conferences, and I said, okay, I need 40 people from Atlanta, 20 people from Houston, 20 people from here, 20 people from here. Broke down that 300 number to around like 200 people I wanted from the different states. Then I said, okay, I wanted 40 college students. So, okay, need 40 college students from here. Then I need 40 this, boom. So I broke down that number the size of the chunks, and when I broke it down, now I have college ambassadors to recruit and go and get the college students. Now I'm creating college packages and etc. for that. Now I say, okay, locally, here's the amount of people I need to have, and here are the people that I need to contact in order to get that number. Okay, Atlanta, if I need 40 people, oh, here's these influencers, here's these organizations, here's these networks I need to reach out to and get somebody to cover that. That allows me to break it down into sizable chunks. So once I realize I have enough time, I can pause, break things down, assign the exact responsibilities and people to each one, and now the goal is a lot more manageable. And many of us, we get like when it gets crunch time, our mind thinks we don't have enough time, so we say, oh, I gotta do it all myself, I gotta go in, and you're not gonna make it. Like, I'm telling you, if you only got a couple days to do it, the reason why they were able to get 2,000 people in a Facebook group, not because one person invited 2,000 people, he invited one person, he invited one person, he invited one person, and it got to 2,000 people. So I'm telling you, with your goals right now, the reason why you're not reaching them, because you're the only one doing them. You're the only person in your accountability group, or your accountability group is this small, and y'all not thinking bigger, you're not connecting the dots. In order to connect the dots, you have to create time to connect the dots. So the second thing, remember, break it down. And the third thing you have to do, and this is critical, and I say this with the bottom of my heart and I mean it, embrace the opportunity of failure. I know I just sat there and boldly promised we're going to have 300 people there. We may not have 300 people there. We may have less than that, may have more, who knows. But I can tell you one thing, if I don't embrace the opportunity of failing, I will not commit myself to going all in. Because the reason why now I can say I'm going to go all in, because I'm okay with failure and that is a possibility. But when I don't accept that possibility, a part of me was like, well, it's okay to give half effort. It's okay to kind of push it out there but not really push it. It's okay to half-heartedly do stuff, because here's the out. And I said this before. Once you do that commitment, then if it doesn't go to plan, what you can say is, yo, I didn't give it all. In your mind, you can be like, oh, I didn't give it all, man. I could have done more. This, X, Y, and Z. Instead of taking that full responsibility. But I'm telling you, if you don't take that full responsibility, you will not understand what gaps you need to create in order to get to your next goal. I said something big right there. I think you missed it. If you do not go all in and embrace the opportunity for failure, you will not know the gaps that you have in order to get to the bigger goal. Because I guarantee whatever your goals are next year, in 5 years, you're going to have bigger goals. But in order to get to the bigger goals, you have to embrace the opportunity of failing in these small goals and realizing what your gaps are. You're not going to find what the gaps are if you keep going half speed and then blaming somebody else or saying you could have done more. Stop, you could have done more. Do more now. Be more now. Connect more now. Require more now. Do more now. And this in every facet of life. I don't care if it's fitness, relationships, whatever. This is a time-bound principle. Give more. Exhaust it all. And if you fail, then you can look back and say, oh, I should have started this 3 months ago. I should have made that partnership. I could have done this. And then guess what? 2019, the conference off the charts. 2020, the conferences everywhere around the country. All because I embraced the opportunity of failure And I allow myself that grace, because even if I did fail, even if I succeeded, I would still be able to see those gaps. Because if you're not going all in, you don't know what your gaps are. You think your gap is effort. Ooh, I hit somewhere. You think your gap is effort. And your gap ain't effort. Your gap may be your piss poor marketing plan. Your gap may be the friends or the company you have. That may be your gap. But if you don't go all in, you don't know what your gap is. You think your gap is because you're not going hard enough. And 9 times out of 10, it's not a matter of effort. Sometimes it's a matter of skill, technique, resources, opportunities, etc. So if you don't go all in, you will never know. And I think somebody got something right there. You better have got something right there. So don't shortcut yourself by not going all in and extending yourself, because I guarantee you are never gonna find your shortcoming or where your gaps are, and it's gonna be very difficult to take what you're trying to do to the next level. That's all I got for y'all today. But let's get to the weekly Thrive recap. So my friend received a $1 million grant last week, which is phenomenal, man. Like, I'm so proud and happy for her and what she's been able to do. And the reason why I'm happy and why I say, okay, that's a great thing happened to me, because when your friend group is winning, you win. Like, seriously, at the end of the day, I love success. I love winning, all that good stuff. But life is way bigger than me, man. It's about a legacy. And when you're around people that push you, people that are succeeding, people that are happy, everything changes. I'm just glad to be in a friend group where people are getting big and massive wins, because that only encourages me to think bigger and think greater. So shout out to you know who you are for securing that grant, man. It really meant a lot to me and my boys. I've been spreading the message, not your name, but I've been spreading the message, and it's really been encouraging. The second great thing that happened, my credit score went up. We now in the mid-600s. Yes! And I know some of y'all like, yeah, boy should be ashamed of himself talking about mid-600. He excited. You don't know where I've been. If you ain't read my book, you don't know where I've been. We was in the 400, 500 for many years. So I'm definitely proud of my mid 600, and we gonna stay there and keep rising. We gonna keep rising. So if you ain't got my book, make sure you go get my book. Remember, you're a genius again. All right, so many of y'all that have read it, some of y'all don't really believe. Like, I've been through the stuff that I wrote about. Like, I'm not gonna go into details, the stuff that I'm still dealing with because of that, but y'all gotta, nah, I ain't even gonna talk about that, but that's a great thing that happened. Third great thing that happened is I was able to support 3 of my friends in their businesses that I believe in, and I'm excited because I know people that know me, I give a lot, but I ask a lot too. Like, we always got something you can buy. You can buy Minority Trailblazer merchandise. You can buy tickets for the tour in the summer. You can buy tickets to the conference. You can do all this stuff, but I realized, over the years, this year, I don't know how much I truly supported my friends in my peer group and their ambitions and their goals. So I made it really pivotal this week that even in small conversation that I asked people how they're doing, what are their goals, how can I help, and I supported financially their products and services, the people that I believed in. So I think that was a great thing to happen to me this week, and I just challenge you. If you have friends, hey, ask them what their goals is. Ask them for their dreams. Ask them how you can help. I don't know about asking how to help, because then you start saying yes to everything, some things you can't be capable of. But just be a support. Be a more support. That's the only way we're gonna take things in 2018 to the next level. Not just you working on yourself, but you helping other people help themselves as well. My one area of improvement is having more intentional focus. This week, there were certain days where I was on fire, I was pumped up, I was locked in. Certain days I was kind of in and out. So I want to make sure, even if I'm going hard for 8 hours in a day, that's a real 8 hours. Not a 4 hours here, the next 4 hours on ESPN, listening to YouTube, all this other stuff. I'm talking about 8 all-in hours to make these dreams become a reality. My one recommended book, tool, or resource this week is Millionaire Moves, Dr. William Picard. Man, I tell you, that book was a phenomenal read. Matter of fact, he is close to a billionaire of a automotive group. He's a serial entrepreneur, and he is just an awesome brother, alpha man, etc. And I learned so much from that book. My biggest takeaway was you have to think bigger, but think strategically. And in order to think strategically, you got to take yourself outside of the business. I know many entrepreneurs have heard this before, but I gotta say it again. This year, 70% of my tasks were stuff that other people could do. And the 30%, which only Greg E. Hill can do, it needs to be moved to 70%. So next year, we're gonna make those changes in order to think bigger, have strategy, in order to leave a bigger impact and legacy. And my biggest takeaway this week is consequences for indecisions are real. When you fail to make decisions, especially critical decisions in your life, relationships, resources, etc., there are consequences for it. You have to live with those consequences. So I learned this week, and I'm not gonna talk about it right now, but I'll probably talk about my next book. There are certain consequences you have to live with, and that inspired me to make decisions more rapidly and go ahead and make the decisions that I know I need to make. It's kind of like milk; it has an expiration date, and even if you don't open it, the expiration date don't change, right? Like you go to the grocery store, you put it in the refrigerator, and if you go there in a week, the expiration date ain't changed. It ain't open. But once you open it, and then after the expiration date, it's spoiled milk. So there is consequences for indecision. My one goal for next week is to create my 2018 business structure. I already have my goals and what we're going to accomplish in 2018. But I want to make sure that I'm crystal clear on A, what are my responsibilities as CEO of my company, what am I supposed to do, but also two, what I'm going to outsource as far as with my speaking, the merchandise, the podcast, the tour, etc. And make sure I can start aligning people that have that skill set into that, because 2017 I did a lot of stuff on my own. I had a huge team that helped out on the conference, etc. But a lot of day-to-day stuff I did by myself. In order to make the bigger AHAT next year, I cannot do that. So 2018 is about processing. Shout out to Dale Bellamy. And yeah, we're going to get it done. And my last but certainly not least, my challenge to you is to attack every day this week before it attacks you. We need to go into this week as the aggressor. We need to aggressively attack our priorities, what we want to do, whatever we have in store for this week. We need to be in attack. We can't let Monday hit us. We cannot let Monday hit us. We can't wake up at 7:30 like with the Squidward or the SpongeBob like, oh, I don't know where I'm at. I don't want to know. You need to come in Monday like, boom, I'm here. You need to let Monday feel it. Then let Tuesday feel it. Then let Wednesday feel it. Then Thursday, boom, you there. Friday, whoa. Saturday, Sunday, boom. That was funny, I ain't gonna lie. But you gotta let every day this week feel it, alright? That's all I got today, man. Thank y'all for tuning into the Weekly Thrive Report with me, Greggy here, the Culture Change. I need two things only. First, subscribe to this channel, and two, change the freaking culture. Good night. I'm a fool, boy.